How's going, everyone? I'm going to show you how to make or better use an extension I made for a game I'm creating right now. So let's check it out. Okay. So with two sprites, we are going to create these spinning or rotating platforms. Okay. Fine. So we are going to start a new project. Rotating platforms. I don't know if it's correct rotating or spinning. I don't know really. Rotating platforms. Okay, so users. Okay, create. First, let me change some things. Nearest. So 341 192. Okay, set grid. So now I can create the art, inserting new and everything, but I'm going to add some art that I already have. Player. So let's add this guy. Yes. Uh, Maybe 4. And let's create a tile. Maybe a little bit, the rest brown. Okay. ideas look like shit. I don't know. Platformer. This game is 400. This is going to be a platform, and let's test. I don't know the camera. Okay, yeah, it's good. Let me just add some key. Yeah, if right, set no. Now let's move all this into a group and call play, just to keep things ordered. Okay, one more thing is that I'm going to change this to game scene. And we are going to add begin. This we are going to move to a group. And at the begin we are going to camera center camera on an object, in which layer, in which camera. Okay. Sorry. So now we have our guy, more or less. One thing I always do, since the art is too small, I add a camera zoom to 2. So now we can see our player better. Okay, let me change one thing, because this guy jumps like hell to this. So no, the gravity, I'm not going to change it. Maybe these two. Okay. Fuck. And maybe blah, blah. Too much. It's okay. Only brown. It's okay. Now, for the extension, I already have the extension here. Okay, so has these methods, all actions. As you can see here, action, condition, expression, or string expression are all of these are actions. And this extension, sorry, it's a behavior. Okay, so here is where the magic happens. We change some properties added here. So we have the speed and the rotate. So with this, we can check if it's true or false. And act in kind here with this property. If the rotate is true or the property rotate is not true. As you can see, you can't put here like a normal variable when you can change, I don't know, like this variable global bool blah true false. But when you are setting a property behavior of an behavior, you can't choose in a condition how to set that property here. It is always compared by true. So if you want to get false of this property, you have to invert the condition. This is going to be executed when the property rotate is assigned to true, and here is when rotate is false. Okay, so the extension I have already exported, but I'm going to export again. GDG extensions. Yeah. And let's get back here. Import. Rotate. Okay. So now we have our extension imported into GDevelop. Now for the platforms. This extension used two images as we saw here. Fuck, why is not opening? One for base, another to be the platform added to this base. As you can see, I have for 3 examples. 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to use this. sprite. Let's call this rotating base 1. Maps. Where in the hell is this? Here. Transport. I don't know each one. This one. Yes. So now, this really doesn't need anything, but what I do is to limit the collision to this square. But you don't need to do it. 24, no, 20, 28, 20, 28, 28, 20. Okay, so I do this because in some cases where the player is in collision with this sprite, I don't want to be screwed by the rest of the collision mask. And since this sprite has 4 points, 1, 2, 3, 4, so we need to add 4 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's call this point 1, point 2, point 3, point 4. Exactly with this name. If you call this x1, p1, part 1, it doesn't work. It has to be named point 1, point 2, point 3, point 4. Then you place the point. This is not relevant. Can be 1 in the left or the right. And point 4 here. So the origin must be in the middle. In my case, 24, 24. Because the sprite is 48, 48. This is not necessary because the center is always 0, 0, but I used to assign what I'm doing, assign the same as the origin, okay? But it's not really necessary. So 24, 0, 48, 24, 24, 48, and 0, 24. Okay. So now we have our sprite. Let me change this name to the same. We have the collision mask and the points added. So now let's add the platform, or this is going to be the rotating platform 1, or spinning, or whatever you want to call it. It's just a sprite to use for the platform. So now here, where I got this, here. Yes, the same for this. Since I always do pixel art, to fit exactly this 1 pixel with the player base, and here we got this, or just leave it like it is. 6, 8, 10, 6 like 8, no, 6, okay. And the point, I don't know how much is the width of this sprite, 16 by 80, so 8, 4 and 8, 4. Maybe 5, 6. Okay. I don't know why if this here we have a name of the object, the animation takes the name of the file we uploaded. It's totally nonsense. If we name this object rotating platform 1, here has to be rotating platform 1. I don't know why GDevelop works like this. Okay, anyway, apply. And we add, as you can see, the art is perfectly matched the platform with the base. There is no need for rotating platform 1 to be added to the scene. Only this. What we need to do is to add to the platform behavior. And if you want, you can set this to jump through, so the player can go down if he's up the platform, on the platform, sorry. So now, let's go to behaviors and add this. This has a checkbox, so if you let this check it, it's going to start moving. If not, it's going to start stopped. I made this because in my game I want to add a switch. Something like this, blah blah blah, ping 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 ping. So now we are red. Okay. So flip and turn green. For instance, activated. This is only me. Uh, so start or stop. If we check, we are going to start spin. Now we have the base, we have the platform, we have the player and the switch. So at the beginning of the scene, just let me add a sub event. It's just for make things logic here. Start now, create rotating platforms. So here and we want 4. So if we play, sorry, let's make something. Let's going to add here. So you can see the 4 are created. Don't know if uh, fuck. Arr. Why? Why are you doing this? Okay, so let's just center on player and let I know. So if we move, the camera moves with us. Pretty strange way, but at least we can see the whole platforms. let's call this always just to keep things ordered. So we create 4 rotating platforms and we use this to be the base. So now into the always we can put the start, no, run. And we have our running platforms. Let me change this after. I don't know, 1000. We want the player to be. Maybe we have to make the collision mask of the player a little small. 6. Okay, so now it's more logic. Maybe a bit smaller. Not the player, but the platform. Okay. So now let's try something. Uh, suppose we have 3 of them. So the extension makes all of them to move and at the same speed. Okay, but maybe you want them move to different speeds, so we can put some randomized Let me add some other extension. Repeat, I think is repeat repeat every X. So here in the always, let's make some randomness for the platforms. Random time, maybe every 2 seconds. What do we want to do here is to change the speed. So rotating speed, here is a little explanation. Could be negative or positive. If you set negative, you can see here where is it here? GDevelop angle. GDevelop angle works like this. Okay, so if it's positive, it's going to rotate clockwise, and if it's negative, it's going to rotate counterclockwise. So to add the randomness here, randomize random in float range, maybe 0.5 and 0.5. So every 2 seconds we are going to change the rotation direction. Let's move up 1. Okay, this is on random. Suppose we want to stop only one of the 3. To do that, we can simply add a variable object. I always work with structures, so this is going to be a rotating platform. And I'm going to test, can I be stop, but I don't know how to do it. I just call can be stop boolean, and by default false. You can do this way, or you can use a variable that we set here called rotating platform can stop. So we checked. Let me add to the variables an ID, and it's going to be a number. So now every instance has these variables we add, can be stopped false, and the number. So let's change the number of this to 1, and here we can compare the value of the ID is 1. We can do the same, but at the beginning of the scene, after we create. So now here we are going to this rotating platform can be stopped. So let's check if the rotating base, rotating platform meter is equal to 1. We are going to assign the value of this sheet of this variable bool this to false. By default, when we start at the beginning of the scene inside our behavior, we are setting this to true because we want to stop the whole platform basis with one instruction. But if we want to stop this and this and this not, this is the way for you to do it. You add an instance variable, an object variable, sorry, and check the ID you assign. So now here let's go to add another maybe time it every 2 seconds. We want to rotating to stop, and only those which is bool can stop is true. So the one can stop is false. So in theory it will not stop when we execute this. Let's try out. I don't know really if this will going to work. Okay, so this stop, this one stops too, and this not. How about if we change this? What is going to happen? These are stopped because we uncheck that, because we uncheck that into the behavior, but the other is totally independent of the rest. How about activating with the switch? So player collision switch, and the switch animation is deactivated. We change the animation to activated. Let's go to the it's okay. Deactivated to activate. And here another switch finished and switch current activated. We get the one, and we run. So now let me fuck this. This is going to be true because we want that this can't be stopped. Even we can set speed to 0, so we ensure that the one, this one with the number 1 stopped. Okay, let's remove the timer to the others. Pressing D, you can activate and deactivate events. So we start stop, and if we collide with the switch, let's key press, I don't know, maybe up. We activate the switch. The animate, no, this is here. The player is in collision, the animation is deactivated, we set the animation to activate. At the moment that animation is finished, maybe you want to add the trigger once here. And we check if the platform is equal to 1, so we start rotating. Let's try out. Ping, and it's not rotating at all. Why? We have to change the speed. Set the speed to something because we set to 0. So first we set the speed, and then and it's okay. It's working like a charm. And that's it. As you can see in my other project, I have these other two models. Because I was seeing this uh, I don't know where is Mario, maybe, I don't know, these ones. So I tried to make something like that, but it's different. This platform are independent sprites, each one. I just wanted to simplify, to use only one sprite and not create one, then two, then descent, everything. It's more complicated. We had to make calculation of the angle and blah blah blah. It's easy this way. Two sprites and you have a pretty much decent rotating platform. And if you want maybe to activate or deactivate this one, my intention is to make a combination of these ones and these ones. So these are my other extension moving platforms. So what I wanted to do is to make this move in a cine movement. Cine, I don't know how to pronounce. Sorry, it's okay for now. We have the project here. I'm going to share this project and upload this video to YouTube so you can get from there. And the extension is now on GitHub, but it's not uploaded already. Here I'm going to add some docs and the extension and the simple project itself. Okay, so sorry for my English and take care.